if you will, waiting for his chance. He's alone there, no support, but two players from his side are waiting on B itself. Okay, Fur in-house, trying to find himself a bit of an opening. We do see SK early on moving into second mid, trying to take control of Apps, and they do so successfully. First still remaining there. Banana now being under attack. Jimka pushing back. His teammate to help him out will be, of course, none other than, I believe it is Quick right next to him, but Jimka able to take down Stewie. A bit unfortunate there. SK will lose the return. Bolts at 50 as well. Minute on the timer. So far, it looks like SK have a different plan in mind than what they started off with.
Yeah, Colsera telling the team to slow down a bit as Fur runs around in the apartments, making quite a lot of noise. Nothing that can be heard though, as the CTs are quite far away, one playing in pit, one playing on site. So they have two players on each bump site here, and they like to stay that way, which means that SK entering the B site will have a two-man advantage. They have the smoke that just got deployed. Actually, even more. Yeah, that's a smoke. Two smokes then. So the Coffins and CT smoked up. But both players are on the site, and Wilbury to take this engagement. Waterfalls. Ooh, Waterfalls gets the first frag. Shimka's there behind Quad as well. He's able to deal some damage. Quick now coming from CT. Oh no, Quick. Look at that. And Shimka just needs to find one more headshot. Colzera's on 16 HP. Can't do much in this 1v2. He's going to reposition himself quickly. Tries to surprise the CT right behind Quad. Managed to land one bullet, but there he goes down. And the CT's Winstrike, of course, do pick up the first round.
More importantly, they pick up the first round after time runs out. So that's a bit of a disappointment. SK Fur will be losing a little bit of money because of it, or more than just a little bit. But either way, it is going to be 1-0. Winstrike off to a good start. The pistol going their way means the CT side will be, well, the CT start will be quite nice for them. As you can see, force buy coming in by SK as predicted. SK overall are known for their aggression on a round like this. But it's nice seeing them play a renewed style, if you will. Not the casual, just pushing up together, trying to take heavy control on one side of the map. Falling already down to 50. The scout in his hands can certainly be deadly, Lucas. I mean, we've seen him perform with worse odds before.
Yeah, but now on 35, it's tough. CG's know one not to take any engagements. Shimka long range with UMP. He's going to manage to deal some damage towards the terrace as well. Fallen trying to blindlessly shoot through the smoke, but of course does not hit anything. Winstrike, they know that they don't have to peek the terrace, they will have to come to them. So they've set up a nice little crossfire here in mid, and they're just waiting for SK to get closer up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And they will have a nice engagement going on onto short itself. Fallen had the chance, will miss the shot. Unfortunately, the smoke preventing SK from pushing forward. First still stays in apartments, and he might find himself a kill if, of course, Winstrike pushes onto a boiler into side or into apartments themselves. Waterfalls finally finds himself one more. And Valina taking down none other, and of course, Bolts. We're able to refrag, but Boomich with a double of his own, and that's going to be it. That's going to be 2-0. Winstrike kicking it off with a nice start for Inferno.
Great start indeed. And we're just waiting now to get on with round number 3. Should be another round won them for Winstrike, of course, before SK get on their complete full buy. It is a full-on eco round. Glocks for everybody. Doesn't sound as good as I made it sound.
I mean, it seems like obviously SK, they just want to make sure that whatever they do will at least secure them perhaps a plant, if nothing else. They take a slow charge towards mid. There's a few players trying to circumvent that. Basically, second mid being slowly taken care of by the CTs. We do see, I believe that is Boomich deep into second mid. He's going to have an entry coming through B house. Here we go. D house, more precisely, double. Yumka, the double of his own, and that's pretty much it. As expected, the SMGs in the close quarter combat going in favor of Winstrike. It is, of course, quite understandable when it is the first three or the first pistol being picked by the CTs, and then obviously no plant happening for the Ts, no buy. And there we go. This is the big important round. This is where SK have a chance to draw themselves back into it. They'll have 5 AKs, quite a handful of utility, 4 smokes, a few mollies. And more importantly, they will probably just set up a default, trying to establish control of the map first before actually going for any aggressive plays. We do see deep molly into banana, pretty standard stuff, but deep smoke from the CT side of Winstrike will of course prevent anybody from pushing forward without being endangered immediately. 3 players on banana by Winstrike. They really desperately want to take banana control now. There were 2 players that managed to get through. Stewie, the support of none other than Fallen, trying to retake it back, and it seems so they will do that successfully as Winstrike already pulled back. They realize obviously they're in a bit of a bad position. They do not wish to take those engagements against the AKs, especially not with the UMPs and the MP9s. Minute on the clock. I guess I gotta say that the utility usage of Winstrike is a lot better than what we've seen in the past. They still keep quite a lot of smokes available to them.
Definitely so. And they are just waiting for SK. They did take full banana control, but decided not to do anything more with it. There are 2 CTs defending, of course. So they will have the numerical advantage now. Walking in towards A. Covering 1 angle each. Oh, a bit of a pop flash there. Fur gets caught off guard by that flashbang. Good timing on the Molotov by Waterfalls, is now running behind the corner. Is alive for now. But the bomb carrier is close to get the frag.
Yeah, Bolts was lost in the transition there, so it will give a man advantage to Winstrike, but now coldzera for the return. It's back to a 3 versus 3. Waterfalls from Library trying to hold the angle. Misses an opportunity to take down, I believe it was coldzera passing him. Stewie sprays, beautiful spray. Cannot transfer it onto Waterfalls as he brings back the numbers into a 2 versus 2. coldzera and Fallen. The duo is ready. And of course, Shumka and Waterfalls are gonna try and retake this. They do have diffuse kits available, but that is the only smoke available. And here we go. Shumka goes onto side, finds or drops into pit, finds the first kill. Cold is out, but Fallen able to bring it back into a 1 versus 1, but not enough in the end. Waterfalls saves the day with a 3K and goes to win the round for Winstrike 4-0, as SK will lose their first gun round and will presumably buy again, as they just managed to get the plant down. They will have quite a hefty loss bonus as well going this way, or their way more precisely.
Yep, that's the case. So SK then in the first buy round picking up the round. Something that we would have expected.
Yeah.
Didn't have much utility, but they won the majority of the aim duels. The refrags were there. I mean, something we of course would expect from SK. Into this, quite a few replays there, but we're already into the first round. And into the replays, we did miss some action. Shumka and Bolt have already been traded out 4v4 then, as SK firm precisely is aggressing towards A, making some noise while the rest of the team is making their way up towards Banana.
Oh, but Waterfalls, of course, ready for the peak, for out and about, not expecting, or at least not being ready for that kind of angle. Quick alone on B. Support is coming in terms of boomage. The timing is of the essence. Quick pulls back just in time to not die. He's still spraying. Beautiful spray down. Quick to help him out. Dave will take down both coldzera and Stu. Fallen tries to refrag, finds the second one. It's up to him though. It's a 1 minute on the timer. And it's a 1 versus 2 clutch. The former in-game leader of SK, he probably still calls perhaps a few shots given the scenario, but except the op, and the angle is not favoring him. Boomage able to spray him out, and that is gonna be 5-0. Winstrike off to a great start of their CT Inferno. Well, SK, so far they haven't really shown anything too special, have they?
Well, not really. That was that looked favorable, but Quick came quick in the rotation, and they from the same angle they were able to take that down.
Yeah.
Important thing to note, SK decided instead of smoking off CT, they decided to smoke off sight.
Yeah.
And the sight stairs there, so that allowed the CTs to take them all the way from CT spawn. So that's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, presumably SK, thought that the site might be protected with 2 players, 1 in dark, 1 in triple. It was not to be the case, and suddenly it turns, well, the tables turn as Winstrike loses 2 players for the loss of Coldzera. That's a pretty good price that SK have paid. Fur gets one more. I'll make it another one as Shimka will be caught on bottom banana. Quick, last guy standing. He's going to try and defend A side all by himself. And the bomb, of course, planted. Quick, the only option at this point is probably a save, as both Stu, Fallen, and Bolts are waiting for him on the other side of this smoke. I don't think there's any chance for him to retake this. SK will not allow a thing like that to transpire, and obviously Quick is already pushing out in towards B, and he's going to try and keep this M4 alive. He also has a smoke, a flash, and a defuse kit to play with. And if he gets this weapon into the next round, there will be a full buy happening for Winstrike. Otherwise, they might be in trouble, as their money is not as great as it could have been. Luckily for them, Moche was the man with the plan. He has 10,000 in the bank, the MP9s, and obviously the SMG is quite helping him quite nicely. Kyotta.
You know what that means?
Apparently it means, do you want more? Something like that. If I understood somebody in chat earlier, I think it means like, do you want another one? Or something like that. Another one? Like in that manner. I'm not sure. Perhaps chat can confirm that for us if they're kind enough.
We don't watch chat, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Tough, but yeah.
Tough break.
Oh well. They have gotten the first run on the board. Waterfall's going aggressive in the middle. Just waiting for somebody to pop up or to peek. Bolt was a bit close there. Take it easy, but yeah, no frags. Favor or against SK.
I mean, they do take map control rather easily, don't they? Apartments now in control of Fur almost completely. Banana as well being established.
Yeah, they've got banana free every time here.
Yep. Exactly. The only time Winstrike actually tried to prevent giving them banana was the time they went with 3 players into banana itself. Deep smoke, deep molly, and then trying to overtake the opponents, but it wasn't meant to be. Bolts finding himself the entry though. Valina out and about. Quick still lingering close to the edge. Falls back as the molly falls in. So far, so good. Winstrike, yes, they lost a player, but boost into flower pots. This is a good position to play from. The only problem is it's easily pre-fireable. So Winstrike need to be careful when it comes down to a trade there. Fur, another one on Moche. And that seems to be A side almost wide open. Waterfalls from Chubby though. He only finds Fallen as he tries to relocate. Stu is the one to catch him in the end. Quick and Jimka. I think there's not much they can do. Another save is in order for the CTs, and they'll have to see yet another round.
Tough. But good for SK. I mean, it is about time that they pick up another round. Winstrike's economy not that developed, so with this round win, they would have ruined Winstrike's economy and they would have put them on an eco, but saving 2 guns is sort of a tough situation. Saving 3 guns means definitely a force, and as Moche does have money to buy at least a FAMAS or something like, they will probably force to have 3 rifles and 2 pistols.
Yeah, it's quite possible. The only big problem here would be the fact that they're going to have limited utility, and we all know Inferno is a, obviously it is a CT-sided map when it comes to the bare basics, but still utility is vital to the CT side. They must have, smokes, flashbangs, molotovs to be able to hold banana, for example, or stave off the aggression towards mid. Either way, SK is able to find themselves at least on a few rounds in a row. And this will give them a stable economy to play with into the next few. Here we see Bolts opening it up on Valina. Didn't really work out nicely for Valina, did it? Oh, what an angle. Fur. That's just crazy. A hard angle to hit, a hard angle to time it right as well.
And good reflex and a little bit of luck thrown into the mix. Never hurts.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of skill.
Yeah, of course, that too. I almost forgot about that one.
A side thing.
Yeah, not too important to mention.
Of course, the arena is full. I'm loving it. This is probably, I've mentioned this
now
like
even
10 times already.
Now even the, wow, all the way to the edges. Look at that. Yeah, the upper section weren't that filled in the morning, but now it is crowded, and I like it. We knew this was going to happen now when SK came. We believe it.
Expected.
That's good stuff. Well, SK now, as Winstrike forced, SK have a great opportunity to tie the scoreline eventually. If they do win
this could be a good
this round.
Timing for Shimka has to be perfect to do some serious damage. Both Cold Zera and, of course, Stewie are waiting on a chance.
Oh my god, he's gonna eat that.
Goodbye,
Oh
Stewie.
my god.
Yeah, that's a shame. But I guess, I mean, he lingered too long. And a nice prediction by Winstrike. They enabled themselves a entry without even, you know, facing the enemy. That's proper utility.
That's pretty good.
usage right there.
Waiting up pretty safely until they get close. I know it's a buy round, so it's not that likely that SK will go super fast.
Yeah.
And just wait for some sign of that there's someone on banana basically, and then throw the double nade. That was really smart.
We do see that SK have kind of slowed down. And, well, the question is, how do they proceed? Fallen wielding the AWP has a few angles he can play with. Seems like it will be an ace play. Bomb in Boiler. Volley onto balcony. Now SK waiting for the chance. They'll be jumping out of balcony pretty soon. Fallen has a single flash. He's going to flash out on towards A, and here we go. It begins. The smoke onto balcony, helping out the players to move unsuspectedly. Waterfalls finds the entry, though. Bolts for the refrag on Valina. Still, it's going to be on site. None other than Boomich, but he has been found by Bolts. That's a bit of a surprise there. Quick, Shimka and Waterfalls remain. And how do they respond to this? Well, we'll have to go for the retake, that's for certain, but Fallen manages to escape the clutches of reality, and down to 29 he goes. Bolts in mid. A bit of a deep molly, but still enough, good enough to stop the rest of the progression of, well, the CT side. Quick, picks out 2, but unfortunately he's not strong enough for Cold Zera. That is going to be the final nail. Well, it is going to be SK finding themselves back into this game. Vamo. Is that like Vamo is Vamonos? Probably.
Yeah, most
yeah,
likely.
yeah. Well, if you haven't noticed, Portuguese is, well, not our strongest suit. We can't really speak Portuguese. But yeah, okay. All in all, an eco, of course, from Winstrike. Their economy finally collapsing under the pressure. Obviously, should be easily picked up by SK.
Absolutely, they playing quite default here, despite then only having pistols. One guy over to B, making some noise. Where's the last player?
I believe they have a double setup on short.
Oh, they start standing on top of each other then, most likely.
Presumably.
This one isn't visible. We'll see now. No, don't want anyone. Oh well. SK heading over to B, where nobody is at the moment. Tough life for Winstrike. Nobody's gonna run into that little A stack that they had planned.
Yeah, I mean, SK is playing this one smart. They realize the economy for Winstrike will be low, if nothing else, probably an eco. So what they want to do is search for their opponents, search for where the stack is at or where their opponents are located. And as you can see, they have successfully read the fact that it's an A stack. Cold Zera with a double finally being brought down by Shimka, if you will. And it's going to be Bolts to lock it out. No chances, and that is going to be it. A single round remaining. Winstrike slowly but surely losing that, well, that advantage is going to be a little bit hurtful, but it's nothing that they can't deal with. Obviously, you know, having a good start is quite important for the players of Winstrike.
It's a bit of a comfort, to say the least. I mean,
Yeah.
getting 5 rounds in the beginning, you can live off that quite long. I mean, on some maps, it's even an okay halftime score. So.
Oh, look at this, man! Go SK!
Yeah, go SK in the heart.
Heart emoji. Loving it.
A lot of support there. By the way, Waterfalls is back on an AWP, and we know what this man is capable of.
Oh,
unfortunately, he
look
hasn't.
at the damage. A nade landed the banana. That's a lot of damage, though.
A lot of punishments there with nades from.
Ouch.
Oops. Okay, punishing themselves as well. while we speak about it. So SK's nade game not really on point. Winstrike doing a lot better on that front.
Definitely.
They are falling back now, though. So banana control has been achieved, and of course, to compensate, we had a bit of an aggressive CT push. I like that. They are able to get the information, but they trade 1 for 1. So still in favor of the terrorists, we could say.
Yeah, not the best trade in the history for Winstrike, obviously. One thing to note is, when as the CT you lose banana control, you either have to retake apartments or you have to push into second mid, try to get some sort of information or some sort of info, what is going on, where your opponents are at, what's happening. But ooh, Quick slowly blinded out, still gonna be saved by Shumka, but it's gonna be not enough as Quick only takes down one. Shumka is, well, out as well, and that is gonna be all there is to say about it. Another save for Winstrike. Boomage and Waterfalls are way out of position. And it is going to be 5-5. SK able to take, well, 5 in a row, I believe, if I'm not completely mistaken there. That's pretty good so far. We'll be forcing Winstrike, if, of course, they lose both of these two rifles, for another eco. Otherwise, we could be seeing a force up. But Quick and Boomage are the only guys that can really buy M4s for themselves. Waterfalls even not having enough to properly invest into an M4. So Boomage, if they do save, there is a possibility that Winstrike, well, there will be no more forces as Waterfall falls, the op is out, and there's no chance that Winstrike forces up now, because they will not have even closely or remotely enough money to buy in.
100% true, as you say. And interesting now, SK are coming back. We're I want to bring up the point that you discussed before. I mean, SK are constantly awarded or, well, granted banana control for free.
Yeah.
Without doing anything. We've seen some nade punishments, which has been good, but never really an attempt to take control or do anything like that. So they do leave the majority of the part.
Oh man, I love this.
Oh, that's good. He's been waiting for that for a long time. Props to the cameraman though, just scouting out all these jokesters and then...
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's some real camera play. But back to the original point, as you were saying, about banana control.
And now when Winstrike do go for banana control, there's nobody there. The attempted little nade stack, nothing that's going to impact SK though. They're all stacked up towards mid and second mid, ready to head in A, which they view as the most safe option. Could even be mid to B. They're not splitting up at this point. Everybody's just heading in. Boomage going to find one towards second mid because they are left behind. But Stewie, everybody they've now surrounded the site. They are switched places with the CTs who are now mid and apartments while SK ended up on the site.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest though. It's smarter for the CTs to not go for a head-on engagement. They rather play for the close angles. It's easier to kill people or players if you have the pistols close range and then can perhaps, you know, AD your way through, find a kill or two, as we could see there, Jumka finding one. Valina low as well. It should be an immediate save by Waterfalls. I don't think they should try this one out. They do have a defuse kit, so if they get a kill in the next 5 seconds, then perhaps you could potentially pull something off. But it would be a lot more prudent to just fall back, save what you have, you know, count your losses, and have enough money for the next round, as they do have an AWP to play with. Goodbye, Jumka and Valina. That will be the round. That will be SK taking the lead for the first time in this first map, ladies and gentlemen, picked by, of course, SK, none other. So we are in for a pretty good best of 3. I gotta say, I'm loving the fact that you know, Winstrike is not giving up that easily.
Well, they got a great start, and just gotta keep at it. It's easy to get 5 rounds, and then if the other team starts coming back, it's easy to lose like the little momentum you had and allow the enemies to come back and then go a bit too far, perhaps. So Winstrike, they need to change things now. A tactical pause will perhaps be at its place. This past couple of rounds, they haven't been able to do much. SK, they the teamwork here, really good, surrounding the site, taking the win in the end. Now enough replays. We want to see the round because it's, I can hear something fast is happening. Yeah, a lot of banana presses from SK. They're immediately going to force back the CTs who want to have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, Winstrike picking up a double op setup, Quick the secondary op. He is low on utility. Maybe he had thrown his grenades into banana itself, but I don't know. Do not know for sure. But Fur instead picks out a double. Boomage and Valina failing to bring him down. At 10 HP, he is as deadly as ever. And that was a bit of a mishap there from a Winstrike. They have just lost 2 vital key components, 2 vital players on their A defense. A side will be enveloped soon by the flames of retribution. or if you will, of aggression as both Fur and I think it is Fallen trying to fake it out. Quick now taking a few pot shots as well, down to 4. Stu already ready, jumping of course onto CT, catching Quick, trying to rotate over from Ruins, and that is going to be another round going in favor of SK. Both Shimka and Waterfall should be looking towards another save. So this is not going so well for Winstrike from this point forward. I mean, that fail by Valina and Bumic was quite vital in the defense and overall offense, obviously, of Winstrike.
Yeah, there's nothing that Shimka and Waterfalls can do about the situation now. They have stacked together in pit, and unfortunately their position has been compromised. The towers know exactly where they are. Waterfalls and these parkour moves only cost him his life. Yeah, Stu's gonna take a bath in that Molotov though, but now the rest of the towers are coming. They really don't want Winstrike to save these rifles. Yeah, they're coming. They're gonna hunt down. I don't know how Waterfall's still alive. That is beyond me. He made it out alive. Wow. He's in there. Jimka's gonna die, but Waterfalls, incredibly enough, survives.
Yeah, well, I mean, he survives for long enough a time, Shimka at least, you know, to buy the saving grace for Waterfalls. The off is super important in this case, as they do have another buy coming through. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s, a full set of utility, and let's see if they actually take banana control for a change. But here we see the double from Fur. What a beautiful spray transfer. I mean, both Bumic and Valina did not expect that. And well, SK, they are SK for a reason. And well, it will be 75. Winstrike have been, well, I guess, put to an end or put to a stop as with their winning. Fallen with the op, Waterfalls with the op as well. Good angle, finds Fur. The bomb has been dropped, pulling back smartly enough. Bolts catching onto Bumic, so I don't know why the hell they were this advanced onto short. They did have a double setup. Unfortunately, no refrag was available, at least didn't happen, which is a bit of a shame. Bolts at 7 HP, barely keeping himself alive, but the important part is he is alive.
Valina falling back to the site now to try to get a smoke down. He's going to buy him some time, but it's 1 minute left on the clock, so a lot of time for SK, for example, to boost Coldzera up. That's a viable option. Got them 1 frag, Colson, Coldzera, Fallen. Everybody finding frags.
Yeah, kills coming in left and right. Valina, goodbye. Fallen is ready. He's like, oh, nope, you're not getting anywhere, mate. You're mine, and well, he is truly his. That is going to be the end of the half. 8-5 current result, and it seems like SK is having a bit of fun almost, if nothing else. I mean, yes, the 5-0 result was a little bit shaky at the start, but well, it is 8-0 now in favor of SK. They've picked it up quite nicely, and well, yeah, another buy, another investment, the 14th. If Winstrike lose this, obviously they're probably going to buy up again. Why not? It is going to be the last round afterwards anyway.
It is going to be the last round.
Yeah, it's actually going to be the last round. Yeah, good point. They're not going to have enough money to really, you know, do anything with it. Utility is already very limited. A single defuse kit. 3 M4s from us, UMP.
Yeah, would have needed to see something a bit extra, but they're not putting on something extra. They're playing very, very default. Luckily, they do get the entry towards Fur, but Coldzera was fast on the...
Look at where Fur died. He died on top mid. I mean, why are you there alone, mate?
I'm a confident player, going in for his for frags on his own when they're trying to get one of the CTs to rotate over towards A, and looks like that is what's going to happen after they boost one player. Stay both. Who knows? Will they anticipate this booster? That's the important question. No, they will not. Shimka gets the first frag. Oh, Kvik comes out with the UMP as well. It's now Coldzera who is stuck behind the smoke. I'll have to play this one a bit more slow. Bolts has arrived to help him out.
I mean, the important part was the counter smoke from Winstrike. As soon as they saw the smoke landing into CT, they counter smoked back, so SK was basically cut off, and that's why Quick was able to pull what he did, pushing through the smoke, finding Fallen with the bomb, and well, securing the bomb drop for Winstrike. Still, 14 seconds. 2 players that you certainly can count on winning the round. It's going to be Bolts and Coldzera finding both each one, and Bolts 6 seconds, timing of the essence. 4 seconds remaining. He's going to go for the kill, and no. Shimka is smart enough, and even after the time, That's a bit unfortunate. It will be, I believe, Bolts dying after the time.
If he would have stuck the defuse, he would have at least, you know, either got the bomb down or died and gotten the bonus.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. This way he gets nothing. But the bank is still, I believe, quite large enough for SK.
This is the last round coming in anyway, so
Indeed.
No, the best of deals.
Bring the major
to Portugal.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, after Moche displaying their skills at organizing events,
why not?
Who knows? Maybe the major will come to Portugal and Moche in the future. Nobody knows.
That'd be pretty nice. Lisbon, Portugal. What do you say, guys?
Well, the weather's pretty good, I've heard.
I mean, it's
Portugal is like some people go to the like vacation there.
Why not?
Portuguese.
I don't know if it's expensive or not, though.
I think it's like
It probably is. Lisbon probably is
medium.
expensive.
I don't think it's as bad as Spain, but well.
Well, I'm not sure. I've never been to Portugal, so I can't say myself.
Valve has money, so no problem.
Oh, yeah, of course, no problemo. But yeah, either way, it is going to be the last round of the first half, first map, ladies and gentlemen. Winstrike currently 2 behind. Can they pick it up? Can they go up to 7 and possibly lock out SK for this last one? 2 MP9s, reinforced. No AWP for Waterfalls, which is a little bit of a shameful thing since he is arguably the best the best player on Winstrike, and because of the op, he enables Winstrike so many options, so many openings, and just generally speaking, he's always able to perform for them. Falling down to 17. Same goes for Boomage. That wall bank from, I believe it was Fur. Yeah, it was Fur in house apartments. Did quite a little bit of damage, but still, minute on the timer. SK playing it slow again. And I gotta say, I like it. They take their time in approaching the rounds. They take their time in approaching the site. They do not wish to rush when there's no reason to rush. Well, Waterfalls this time around will find himself at least one. Fallen down. Fallen has fallen.
He has. Under some unfortunate circumstances. Waterfalls is not giving up. He's looking for more frags, and that's going to be a bit of an overextension. Yeah, that was a bit reckless, and it costs him and his team the entire A site. 4 SK players now spread out with full control of the site and retaking 4v2. It's not very possible, but they don't have much choice. Shimka went back to T-spawn for save, but then realized, oh, well, it's the last round. Saving is not really an option, so now he's coming a bit embarrassed, a bit after everybody else, and he will eventually die as everybody else on his team. Just gonna take a little bit longer.
This was, I mean, obviously then SK will be able to finish the 9-6 ending of the half for themselves. But that was very weird from Waterfalls. He gets the opening, then he tries to reopen mid, try to get back into mid and try to kill like a player, get a second frag. I do not know why. At that point, it was still 5 versus 4, so all Waterfalls had to do was fall back, wait for bide his time, wait for a chance to perhaps find another opening. No reason to die, and subsequently a snowball effect throughout the entirety of A side. They've lost it, and that is going to be the round, that is going to be the half. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be the second pistol starting up momentarily. And we did see, of course, none other than Winstrike win the first. Can they pull out a second one as well? Certainly helping them a lot in this second half and possibly giving them a tie. Or is it going to be SK running away with the result?
That's a question. I would guess on the latter alternative, but we will see. We'll see what happens now. SK on the CT side. Fer gets a bit of information there, gets a bit of more information there as he jumps for apartments. Now they know that it's going to be A, but we still see very slow reactions. Nobody really reacting to CTs. Mid to B, strangely enough. 2 of the CTs coming down. Culture does get the refrag, but now will they realize that it is B? The terrace now, they could think that it's clear because 2 guys ran down Banana and 3 guys in the beginning. Nope, not expected. Fallen is there. Fallen's going to deal quite a lot of damage. Fallen finding 2 before he falls back. Now ready to take the engagement, but instead waits for his teammates to come and surround the site for the retake.
Yeah, it's going to be up to Quick and Valina to save the round for Winstrike and possibly tie the series as mentioned. Now, Fur has been tagged, but he was already, Fallen has been tagged in Fur as well, but Fallen has already been so useful, it's no reason to, not give any more kills to his teammates as well. But as we can see, Quick in a 1 versus 3, the chances of him actually pulling it out of the hat would be highly unlikely, and well, there it is. Fur for the final kill. It's going to be the pistol. And it is going to be SK going up to double digits 10 on the board. A good start for the Brazilian team with the American player, if you can put it like that.
Very good start indeed, and SK's they're not a team that allows their opponents to take away force buys like Giants, like Hellraisers did in the previous game, for example. SK, they play it out safely, and it's very, very hard to win force buy against a structured and very, very skilled team like SK.
I mean, they've got 4 MP9s and a FAMAS to play with, so
it's pretty confident.
It's pretty confident indeed. Banana control established. 2E pushing in deep. Presumably going to stay here alone as soon as they throw the second smoke in. And I like this, you know, SK, they have banana control, which means all they have to do is focus their attention towards apartments and towards second mid, so they are not going to be in danger of losing, obviously, balcony or perhaps short. The only guy with the FAMAS is playing on long. Fur, obviously, that is a tactical decision. He's got the only weapon that is equivalent or actually useful on long range. Here we go, Stewie with a double. The banana hold is still going strong. Valina finally able to frag back, but the damage has been dealt, the loss has been incurred, and well, Winstrike, if they push up into banana now, they're probably going to get destroyed, as they have no utility to throw besides a sing. Actually, no, excuse me, they pick up a smoke and they have a smoke of their own. But actually, that's a lot of smokes to play with, a few flashbangs as well. They could certainly push onto side at this point. Might even get the plant down. Fur will deny quick. But the bomb is still going to be planted. Winstrike, nothing else, secure themselves a nice economy going into their gun round. Will be following their eco round, obviously.
Nice little bonus, but will not be, not win the round, of course. So after that defuse, there will be an eco round coming up. But as you said, pretty nice bonus that they can bring into the buy round, perhaps get an AWP from the get-go, if that's what they would like. Waterfalls is not the most frequent T-side AWPer, but he on a lot of maps he definitely picks it up. It is you can argue if Inferno is a good map to pick up the AWP on the T-side or not, but it's not one of the best, definitely not.
Yeah. It's nowhere near in the likes of Overpass, for example, or Nuke even, or Mirage. Whereas Inferno has a lot of tight angles. The only real long-range engagement is on mid or towards banana itself, towards top banana from bottom banana. And there will be, of course, a question whether or not Winstrike takes the op for Waterfalls. Either way, it's a full deco right now. A cleanup job coming out from Fur and Coldzera. They're holding that angle on mid easily. So, Shumka, Eagle on point. Stewie being the unlucky recipient on the other end. But as long as SK is winning rounds, they don't care. They can lose everybody as long as the round is won. That is all they care about right now. Well, they're doing good for themselves. Quick replay. You see that nobody can pass. I guess the best way to put it, you shall not pass. Good crossfire, that's how you want to play mirror image on towards short and long, just responding with one another. Here we are. Gun round coming up. It is up to, of course, Winstrike. Play it, win it. No AWP. Coldzera taking down Waterfalls. And he's actually wielding the op instead of Fallen. Interesting decision.
Yeah, well, we know he can play the op, so shouldn't be that big of a problem. Waterfalls has already gone down to the man himself. Coldzera, of course, still holding a pretty aggressive angle, despite being on 7 HP. He moves forward closer and closer towards mid. Now he's going to pull back though before he deploys a Molotov. Now he is all the way back. Winstrike still split up, one guy towards banana, 3 towards A. So pretty strange setup this far.
Yeah, they're taking their time, aren't they? I mean, they've lost Waterfall so early on now. They're not really pushing too fast. They're not really exercising any aggression too early or too fast overall. We do have 3 smokes available, so they could pull off perhaps a fake towards B. Try to force a rotation off of SK, only to face off 2 players, perhaps on A. Maybe perhaps even fake out towards an A, really depending. 30 seconds, time is of the essence, and it seems like it'll be a proper B execute. Smoke into ruins, smoke into CT. Flashbang starting to fly around. Valina might molly triple, or maybe second box. We're about to find out. Well, there goes Fallen. Finds himself the first two on the flower pots. Fallen finds the second. Finally gonna be refragged by Quick. Boomich also catches onto Stewie. That's a little bit unfortunate. A 2 versus 3 situation. coldzera with 10 HP is gonna be in trouble if he wants to go for the trades. The bomb gets planted, and it's up to Bolts and Fur to save the day. As coldzera, he's gonna have to go in as the second or third player even, because if he goes first, well, it's highly likely he's gonna get taken out. Unless, obviously, Winstrike give him a chance and give them a kill, which is obviously quite highly likely as well.
Yeah, Zera's can take initial peek. So low on HP is an easy frag for Kvik. Now time is running short. Oh, they're coming up, they're not going together. Fur dies, and now Bolts can try to pick up some extra fracture. Who knows, Winstrike's economy is pretty low, and he is going to be able to kill both of the terrorists. So they do lose the round, but they do in the end manage to keep Winstrike's economy at a very low point.
Yeah, that's the important part for SK. I mean, okay, yeah, you lose a round, you lost a gun round, but as you mentioned, keeping the economy at an all-time low is how SK can win this game right now. If they win this second round, if they can pick it up, if they can get themselves onto another one round, that's pretty much going to break Winstrike in half and secure SK to go up to 14, possibly more. We see the instant replay. coldzera as going in first. No chance. I mean, Quick is just too good on that angle, and the double securing that round. There was still time at the time that Fur and Bolts were going in. There was about 10 seconds left. So if both had gone in at the same time and gotten the kills in the next 5 seconds, they possibly could have saved it.
Oh, look at the reset potential.
Yeah. The money, non-existent.
Yeah, there's literally no money for Winstrike. No money at all. So winning this is of the essence. 3 UMPs, that's how bad their economical situation looks. I mean, full investment, nobody has more than $100 on the bank account. Still, they play with UMPs. Tough life, tough life. But I can still think makes this work. I mean, with 3 SMGs, a quick contact play, or quick or slow, but a contact play in general would be the preferable thing. They have to get the refracts there. They can't allow Fallen, for example, to get away with any free entries here with his own.
Pretty aggressive with the UMP on top mid, I gotta be honest. A very ballsy move to go up against Fur with the M4 wielding it in his hands. But as you've mentioned, you know, as you say, for Winstrike low economy, kind of the same goes for SK. They're also at the brink of economical collapse. If they were to lose this round, it's going to be a full reset happening, and Winstrike might have a chance to draw themselves back into it. But so far, it's not looking that great. It is still going to be 50 seconds on the timer, and it looks like a proper A execute. 3 players coming in through apartments. Or just the 2. We're about to find out. Goodbye, Quick. Beautiful pop flash. Fur jumping. A bit of a mistake, though. Waterfalls is going to be able to take advantage of that, finding him back. Of course, killing him. A bit unfortunate for Fur. I think he probably tapped either his mouse scroll or space. I'm not sure where he has his jump button. There goes coldzera. FAMAS in hands with a double Stewie to help him out. Bolt's not even engaging just yet from Graveyard, waiting his time, and it seems like Winstrike have hit an all-time low when it comes to economy. And more than anything, probably going to be, you know, facing the music pretty soon, as it is going to be 13-7, and more precisely, an eco round coming out from Winstrike. Or presumably a force buy even, not an eco, because basically they're going to have, what, $1,400, give or take, and they have a double eco either way.
Yeah, SK, they got themselves a really good advantage. Yeah, whatever that meant.
Yeah.
It was nice. Sure, it was nice.
I guess it was nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, so these Grand doesn't start out very well. Fur is there. He's tearing everybody apart. 2 kills for him this early on. Waterfall's down to 9 of health. Not much for him to do there. Fall's gonna hit a quick shot towards Chimka. Fur with his 3rd, and Bolt with the last one. So that's the round for SK. They are starting to build themselves quite an advantage. I mean, it's looking tougher and tougher for Winstrike.
I would like to point out when Fur threw that nade, right? I believe it was either Quick or it was Valina jumping through balcony, and he got hit by the nade. So basically, he couldn't get onto balcony fast enough, and Fur had enough time to reposition and refrag back into it, getting his second. And well, it is going to be, of course, 14-7, a full eco for Winstrike. This is going to be the last chance, the next one. Then it's...
Next level stuff, though.
Yeah.
Next to somebody jumps
Yeah.
over a cliff, throw a decoy at them, and they fall in the middle.
Yeah, like...
Genius.
It's like the timing was impeccable. Fur certainly playing it into his own hands. Well, same goes for this one. coldzera with a double bolts with one more. And Inferno is looking like SK is ready, or at least we're ready for it. They will find themselves the 15. Shimka count in the corner with a single kill. Red-handed, if you will. Can't really do much more than that, I guess. If he had waited a little bit longer, perhaps he had a better chance. Perhaps he could have picked up both, but it is not meant to be. It will be SK Gaming on 15, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like Winstrike have finally found their, well, final strike, if you can put it like that.
I mean, we talked about it. They got their 5 rounds in the beginning.
Yeah,
that's the advantage that they would need. And then, since then, they've only found 2. So in the last, like 25 rounds, they got like 2. Which isn't really that good. So tough life, but SK, they are just too good.
Obviously too good.
Safe to say. coldzera falling out, picking up the double op setup to try to end this in a very classy manner.
Still we down to 12.
But they get the entry.
Indeed. Important part right now is SK got what they need. They got the kill. They can keep one player on banana. A bit of I gotta point out, a bit of an interesting setup. They keep Fur alone on banana, but they put, I believe it is Fallen with the op onto dark side. So they play super aggressively with one player and have a super passive player on the other. Perhaps, you know, trying to fake out, in essence, like, yo, I'm the only guy on banana. If you kill me, B side is open, just run into it. And Fallen is waiting on the other side with his claws of steel. It seems like Winstrike is gonna be losing more than just the one. Waterfall's caught on banana by Fur, and that could be it. Boomich finally refrag on Stewie, but he's the only low player that was to be. Well, Fallen already aware that CT is compromised. coldzera gets another one down, and Quick and Valina, I think that the lights are about to go out for them, as 30 seconds and counting remains in this possibly last round of the first map. coldzera peeking short. That's it. That's Quick down. Valina 1 versus 4. And he will catch on to bolts. But in the process, taking a headshot, not good enough. That's going to be